Okay, welcome back to Bounce Around Charleston. I have a wonderful guest with me right now. She is one of my favorite people, and she's wearing some bad glasses for Red Dress Sunday. Garcia Williams, welcome back to Bounce Around Charleston.
Oh, Rev, thank you so much. This is like the highlight of the season of Red Dress Sunday, if I have a chance to sit and talk with you. But thank you so much for having me.
Oh, we're just happy to have you here. Now, tell us exactly what you do, and then we'll get into Red Dress Sunday.
Okay. I'll make a very short intro, but I am the executive director of the Medi Community Resource Center. And I've been with the Medi now for about 6 years. And many of you have come to know us as a community resource, I guess a resource of community resources. That's redundant in terms of what I'm expressing, but the idea is that we provide information and different types of connections to the community for low cost or no cost resources that they may have in order to sustain their lives on a daily basis or on an as needed basis in case illnesses or other circumstances arise.
Well, I noticed you have on red glasses.
Yes.
And you have a red scarf around your neck. And February 1st kicks off everything for heart disease.
Yes.
Tell us about that and Red Dress Sunday.
So, Rev, if we go back to the earlier comment about being a resource to the community, so education is one of the most important things that we try to focus on. What can we share with the community that can help them to do things differently and to have more positive health outcomes in terms of how they live their lives individually and for their families? So Red Dress Sunday is an opportunity that we embraced about 3 years ago, and it was patterned after an event that was originally hosted in the Mid-Atlantic area, actually in the Washington, D.C. and Baltimore area, where churches came together to share information through health fairs and more connected and collected experiences throughout the cities that they served in. We, in 2019, talked about embarking upon that journey and bringing the same type of resource to Charleston. So when we came to Charleston, we, as Charlestonians do, you kind of have to do a mix up, a different kind of flavor. So rather than have one Sunday, we celebrate and observe throughout the entire month our community through our churches, houses of worship, and sharing information about heart health, which is so important because of the impact that it has on our community.
And how does heart disease affect African Americans?
Well, heart disease is probably one of the #1 killers of women across the board, but it is disproportionately impacting communities of color, African American women, Latino women, and for a number of different issues or circumstances. Diet has an impact in how and what we feed and what we put into our bodies. Lifestyles in general, sedentary lifestyles, not getting enough physical exercise or moving just to kind of keep the heart steady, but also in terms of preventive measures, going to the doctor, taking the time to observe yourself and know if there are any warning signs that you may have encountered during the day. And women in particular, we've got so many things that we're juggling that we tend not to focus on those things. So with Red Dress Sunday, our goal is to provide a variety of different ways to educate and share information with our community. Again, our thought is that if we start with the female or the woman or the head of the household, so goes the family. So we can do better by everyone if we educate the women in our community.
And so when is Red Dress Sunday?
Okay, so it officially kicks off on February 1st, as we talked about events throughout the entire month. And we are starting with what we call a Black History Bootcamp. Now, this is so important to the efforts that we're putting in place for 2022. We came through the pandemic last year and we had to pivot to a virtual format. This year, we knew that with the variants that were coming about, that we stood a pretty good chance of not being able to get back into facing worship experiences. While some houses of worship are back to some balance or normalcy, there are many others who've not opened their doors just yet. So our goal was to try to build a base that we could do more effectively virtually by adding other events. So this year we are teaming with an organization in partnership with Girl Trek, and they have this amazing boot camp series, which gives you a 30-minute segment of information for you to walk. So as you're walking, running, doing your house cleaning, moving about in your home, in 30 minutes, you're going to learn about a pioneer and a forerunner in the civil rights movement. So this Black History Month boot camp will run for the entire month, from February 1st until February 22nd, and every person can participate. Not only will you be physical and moving in the space, but you're also going to be learning at the same time. And what better way to celebrate Black History Month and Heart Health Month at the same time than with this boot camp? So we're excited about that. There's several other activities, and I'll share with those as we need to, but the Black History Month is the kickoff for that as well.
One year you came on and we talked about Red Dress Sunday, and I went back to Holly Hill and told my church, I said, ladies, next Sunday, everybody wear a red dress. And I mean, those ladies came out in their red dresses on that Sunday.
I know, and that's what we kind of fear. It's like people don't dress, they don't get ready for church, but during the entire month, you can wear any color red, whether it's your sporting attire, when you're working out, when you dress up on Sunday, put your finest on, even during the day. We encourage you to wear red, take photos, and we're going to have details and information on how to share with us, because we want social media to be flooded with the partnerships that we have with our churches, particularly with your congregation in Holly Hill, but also throughout the area. So we want churches to sign up. We're going to have recipe sharing with some local chefs. We'll be featured on a number of other radio talk show formats. I'll be featured with Representative J.A. Moore on his show called Breaking Barriers in Bread. We do a lot of outreach within the community. So a variety of other organizations, the Charleston Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta has a Couch to 5K program. Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority in North Charleston has a Zumba class, because as they say, pink can go red, and that's a good thing. So they'll be doing a Zumba class, but we're encouraging all women's organizations to join us in this effort. And there's an easy way to do it, to sign up on our website and share information. But I will tell you, this is the capstone. This is the key to it. On the third Sunday, February 20th, we will be hosted at Greater St. Luke AME with the dynamic Reverend Dr. Crystal Sears.
Yes.
So Reverend Sears, and because Reverend Sears accompanied me the last time, but our schedules didn't align as well this year because everybody's very busy. Their calendars are so tight, but she is ready to host and receive us at Greater St. Luke on the third Sunday. But our featured speaker for this event is going to be Dr. Tanya Matthews, the CEO of the International African American Museum. Now, I know you know both personalities, so I can't say how that day is going to evolve, but I'm excited about what's in store for us in terms of the messaging from Dr. Matthews. She's done an amazing job in taking the helm of the International African American Museum, and I know she's going to have a strong message for us on that day as well.
Well, since people are doing everything with social media, you all should challenge those who watch church on Facebook and on Zoom. Tell them dress in red.
That's what I want them to do, Reb. You just told them what I want them to do. And again, photographs, because it's almost like if you didn't take a picture, it didn't happen. So we're asking everyone to photograph themselves, whether they're worshiping in their own space or in their family. Dress up in red. Now, preferably not your pajamas, but we're not saying you can't be, but put on red and dress for the day and join us in that worship experience. We're also planning for a mini virtual health fair. We also have a vision board activity, and this is sort of a new thing, not so much new as in the recent month or so, but lately people, instead of making New Year's resolutions, they do a pictorial display of what their goals are for the year. So we're also going to be hosting a health vision board activity, and we're asking everyone to come out and join us. But all of the dates and calendars will be available on the Medi website and on our social media platform. So there's something for everyone that you can do to be involved in Red Dress.
Garcia Williams, Bounce Around Charleston, thank you for being on here today, representing the Medi Community Resource Center, talking about Red Dress Sunday and what's going on for the month of February. And I challenge all houses of worship that are listening to this show, that on the 20th, have your women put on red. On Facebook, on Zoom, however you worship, we challenge you and take photographs.
Yes.
How's that?
That is perfect. You said it, and I thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. I wish we could be in the studio so I could grab one of those hugs, but until then, thank you so much.
Thank you, Garcia Williams. You heard it right here on Bounce Around Charleston, Red Dress Sunday, and the Medi Community Resource Center wants you to learn more about your heart health. We'll be right back after this break.